What's up, guys? It's Coco Goes Heavy coming at you with another video today, or tonight, whatever time it is. Today we're going to be focusing on back and biceps today. Before we get into that, I did get a question from a viewer a couple days ago asking about why I don't really plan for my workouts. And the reason for that is, like, when I get into the gym, I like to do my first exercise, which is always usually going to be a strength exercise. And if you don't know what a strength exercise is, it's pretty much like a main compound exercise. Like, it'd be like your squat, your benching, like incline or flat bench, stuff like that. Your kind of your main exercise, the one you're going to hit the highest weight on. That's going to be your strength exercise, and usually hit that first. But when I hit that strength exercise, I'm kind of feeling out my body and my muscles to see what's really active that day. And whatever muscle group is feeling the best that day, I'm going to try to focus more on that. So say I'm hitting, like for today, I'm hitting back. Say my lower lats are feeling a lot better than like my biceps or traps. I'm going to really focus on those lower lats, because those ones have the most energy, and I feel like I have the most potential to get out of them. And then next time comes around, lower lats might be cooked, and then my traps aren't, and we'll focus on traps and other stuff like that. But it's more of like kind of feeling your body out when you're hitting the workout. That's why I like to kind of not have a plan. I just kind of really feel how my body's feeling that day, and just go from there. But let's go ahead and get in there. I'll see you in the gym. Deuces. Starting off with our first exercise, we're hitting chest supported T-bar rows. This is my top set. We're going to be hitting 180 for 8. Real key focus on this exercise is really make sure that your back is really, you kind of have an arch in your back, your chest is up, and you're pulling into it. Really bring it up as far as you can. If you can't get it up high, you need to drop the weight. You're really trying to get the squeeze in your lats by pinching up and back. Our second exercise today is going to be neutral grip lat pull downs. This is one of my favorite cable exercises for lats. We're going to be hitting 5 sets total, 1 warm-up set and 4 working sets. The key on this one is to really kind of stay stable. Don't add any momentum into it. Really make sure you're going to the top of the motion and coming right back down. Really focusing on the squeeze of the lats. You got to take a little break. But make sure you're really hammering that out and focus on the squeeze. On to our third exercise, we're going to be hitting cable hammer curls. The trick on this one is to get a slight lean back into it. On the up motion, really squeezing your biceps and controlling the weight down. We're all about time under tension. That's how we're really going to build up these muscles and get them bigger, is by controlling the weight on the way up and on the way down. If you can't do that, I recommend just dropping the weight. We all got to start somewhere. But we're hitting 4 working sets of this. No warm up needed. But just really focus on the squeeze on this one. Moving on to our fourth exercise, we're going to be hitting 3 sets of this. This is probably my all-time favorite back exercise, is dumbbell pullovers. This is a really good one for your lats. It's just really engaging. You might get a little bit of chest and tricep action, but just the stretch and the squeeze you can get on your lats on this exercise is phenomenal. The trick here is to have both feet planted flat into the ground, arch in your back, shoulders tucked back, and then really focusing on extending the weight up. You're almost trying to throw the weight up over your head, like you're overhead throwing something. But this one's really going to cook out the lats. It's a really hard workout, but it's a phenomenal one. I always recommend it. Right, moving on to our finisher, we're going to be hitting 3 sets, supersetting reverse machine flies with barbell curls, and this is a really good exercise for your rear delts. This is probably one of my favorite exercises for the rear delts. Key is actually to have your stomach tucked into the seat, not so much your chest, and you can really focus on the squeeze of the shoulder blades when you're bringing that weight back for rear delts. And then moving on to bicep curls, I'm doing a more close style bicep curls because my biceps are cooked, so I'm cheating a little bit by keeping it in close and not so far out. But I'm really just going to hammer these last few reps out. You can see how bad I'm hurting from this workout. I am tired after this one. But this is really going to cook everything. Biceps back. You're going to be sore for a day or two. But this is a good one. I'll see you guys at the outro. Welcome to the end of the workout. Grab your notebooks. Get ready to write down some knowledge. You might have noticed change of scenery. Figured you guys might like that because I like it a lot better than sitting in my car. So we're going to try this out. See how it goes. Experiment. It's fun. It's exciting. It's new. We like to try new things. It's good for us to try new things. If you needed to hear that, that was specifically for you. You know who I'm talking to. But let's get on to let's get on to moving on to the more workout. Let's go to the workout. Started off with chest supported T-bar rows. One of my favorite back exercises. I'll probably say one of my favorite exercises for all these exercises today because they're all my favorite. I like all the exercises. They're good for you. But we hit 5 sets total on chest supported T-bar row. 1 warm up set and then 4 working sets. Warm up sets, I like to do 1 or 2, kind of feel it out. See how you're feeling. This one I did 1 set and was ready to go. So moving on to the weights, we did 135 for 12 for our warm up set, 180 for 8, 180 for 6, 160 for 7, and 160 for 6 for our working sets. So 1 warm up set, 4 working sets. Moving on to neutral grip lat pull down. That's another one of my favorite lat exercises, especially on the cables. One of my favorite cable exercises for back. Let's just say that. I really like the neutral grip feel on my arms and on my back. Just the grip on it, the way I can contract my lats and the squeeze I can get. I can really get the mind muscle connection when I'm in that grip. On the wider grip at my gym, I don't do it because I'm tall enough to where I can't get the full range of motion. So I just opt out to do the neutral grip, which I like more than wide grip. But to each their own. Doing that one, I did 120 for 12, 160 for 9, 180 for 7, 170 for 6, and then 160 for 7. On that one, started off with 1 warm up set. The goal with warm up sets is I only like to hit 12 reps. I'm not trying to burn myself out. I'm just trying to tell the muscles, hey, wake up, we're hitting you. That's kind of my uh, outlook on warm up sets. But when we're hitting the actual working sets, we're trying to fail from the 6 to 8 rep range, and then if 9 to 10, especially at 10, if you can hit 10 reps at a weight, that means it's time to move up. You can go up 10 pounds, or depending on how it felt, you could even go up 20 pounds. So let's say I hit 160 for 9 on my natural lat pull downs. Uh, we moved up to 180 because 160 was too easy. I failed at 9 reps. I'm like, okay, I need to go up. I need to be feeling closer between the 6 to 8 rep range. And we did that by going up to 180. We only hit 7 reps. I felt like I'm not going to be able to hit 7 reps of 180 again. So I dropped it down to 170 for 6. And then we're failing at it's the top of our set range. And so if you're hitting 6 reps towards the top of the exercise, just drop it back down because you're going to get a lot better squeeze, and you're just going to lose over control over it, and that's just higher chance to get injured. So 160 for 7 was the final set. But moving on, we hit cable hammer curls. I did 4 working sets of this, no warm up needed. Uh, Biceps were pretty warmed up from everything else we've been doing. It's just kind of being a secondary exercise. But we hit 90 for 12, 100 for 10, 100 for 10, and then 100 for 8. Just 4 working sets of that. That just was an easy open exercise, something quick and simple. You can hit to really focus on the biceps. But on to dumbbell pullover. Now, if you haven't hit dumbbell pullover, you're missing out. It's one of my favorite exercises. Just the stretch and squeeze you get on it is phenomenal. You can really feel it working down in the lats when you're pulling over. And the key is try not to activate the triceps at all. Is you're kind of keeping them the same, and you're just or the your arms are usually kept at the same angle pretty much through the whole exercise. I think, yeah, pretty much. And then you're really focusing on bringing it up with your lats, and just the squeeze you get on that is phenomenal. I only hit 3 sets of this because my back was getting really cooked towards the end of the workout, but I started off with 90 for 8, 90 for 6. Failed at 6 reps. We're going to drop down the weight, 80 for 8, and that's going to finish off for dumbbell pullovers. Moving on to our finisher, I supersetted machine reverse flies with barbell curls, just so I can really work on the last bit of my back and then get another bicep workout in there. Machine reverse flies is one of my favorite ways to grow the rear delts. There's In all reality, there's not a lot of rear delt specific exercises. I mean, you always got bent over rear delt flies, but I like that one too. And those are usually the only 2 delt exercises that I hit is the bent over rear delt flies and the reverse fly machine. And those 2 are my go-to for anything rear delts. And if you're not hitting rear delts, you're not going to get that circular shape on your shoulder. It's just going to kind of round off and be like a flat right there. And you're not going to really get that aesthetic shoulder that those bodybuilders have. Um, because like when I first started off working out, like I got my front delts really good, and the front and the side delts I was hitting really good. I mean, you hit front delts indirectly when you're doing most any most almost any chest exercise, but you really want to focus on throwing in some rear delt exercise to really give that shoulder some shape and size to it. Um, I like to hit rear delts every back day, at least one exercise, and then I'll throw at least another exercise in on when I do shoulders with like chest and back, or chest, shoulders, and triceps. So you can also throw it in there. Right, during editing, I realized that I forgot to go over the exercises because I was ranting and got excited to end it. Uh, Leave it to me to finish early. But anyways, I got machine reverse flies, 160 for 10, 160 for 8, 160 for 7. And then finishing us off, we got barbell curls, 70 for 8, 70 for 8, 70 for 6. There you go. We got it. That concludes today's workout, or I guess yesterday's workout. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me any feedback in the comments. Have any questions? I'd love to answer them either in the comments or in the next video. But you guys take care. Take care. I'll learn English for the next video. But you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless and deuces.